Ladies, ladies, I'm here on the show, and I am here to talk about my first of 3 NFL matchups here. We're talking about the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And how about them Steelers, man? They really prevail a big second quarter to victory here. They beat the best team in the AFC, Indianapolis, 27-20. The Colts made it interesting there in the fourth quarter. Their offense, just the turnovers. The turnovers really hurt. Daniel Jones had his worst game of the year. 3 interceptions. Steelers defense hasn't looked all that great, and they're able to get those 3 interceptions and hold Jonathan Taylor quiet this game. So, very good win for the Pittsburgh Steelers at home after they started the season good, then they lost a few straight games, and they get a win here at home to take them down. Now, I thought, and Daniel Jones definitely had his worst game of the year. The 3 turnovers. Aaron Rodgers on the other side completed 24 of his 32 passes, under 10 air yards for 191 yards and a touchdown. He didn't throw the ball deep a lot today, but thought he played a good solid football game, especially against a really good team like Indianapolis. He attempted just 2.7 air yards per attempt, the third fewest by QB this season, threw only 3 passes over 10 air yards, 1 of 3. So a bunch of really short, medium passes. But very good win for the Steelers, because their defense is one of the highest paid, I think, really because of a few players, and they've looked like shit. So, good performance today. But as for the Colts, you got to move on from that Colts loss as a case of the Colts having a worst-case scenario in offense while reinforcing. They need to add, just funny that I can't honestly say that game reinforced the need to add edge rush or DBs, which are clear areas of need. So, just a weird game. If you're a Colts fan, you're just hoping you got all that crappy play out in one game. You still only lost by 1 score. It was 27-10 and ended up 27-20. And to face a little adversity is good. All season you're not gonna be perfect all season. Maybe a little adversity could be good for them. They didn't get much from Tyler Warren or really anybody offensively until the fourth quarter. They got Alec Pierce and Pittman each had 115 yards, and Josh Downs had a touchdown. Daniel Jones was 31 of 50, 342, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions by Daniel Jones. It's really been phenomenal all season. He's had a few games where he's thrown some interceptions, only 2 games before heading into today. So, sometimes the shit happens, man. They turned the ball over a total of 5 times, if I'm not mistaken. They had 3 interceptions and 6 turnovers, 3 fumbles, 3 interceptions. That's really what hurt this team. Yeah, man, you're not gonna win a game like that. Steelers offensively were fine, but when you're turning the ball over 6 times, obviously you're going to lose that type of game, man. So, definitely the Colts' crappiest game so far this season. 3 fumbles, 3 interceptions. You're just not going to win a game like that. You allow 5 sacks. The offensive line wasn't really all great either. So, this is by far the crappiest game the Colts have played. It was really just turnovers that hurt them. But yeah, Daniel Jones had 3 interceptions. I think he had a few fumbles as well, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, rough day for Daniel Jones. He had 5 turnovers today. I'm not going to say his run of being a good quarterback is over. It's just 1 game. And he was pressured a season high 18 times. So, Colts offensive line isn't innocent in this game either. The Colts offensive line wasn't as good as it's been all season. So, yeah, Daniel Jones had, 5 turnovers. The offensive line wasn't great. It's just a key to losing games. Daniel Jones had his brutal moments, but truly 1 interception was on his hands. The other 2 were kind of unlucky. The Colts offensive line, though, sucked. The turnovers really just slowed them down. But they had to air the ball out pretty much because they were down, so of course they have to throw the ball. So yeah, Jonathan Taylor, 14 runs, 45 yards, 3.2 a carry. Even when they ran the ball, he didn't really have much, really anywhere to run. And then they kind of just had to just keep passing the ball. So 14 runs for 45 yards. So with how good he's been today, fizzled out today. You didn't get much from Tyler Warren either, your first round draft pick, with 5 catches, 26 yards. But the Steelers' defense, though, has been stout the last 2 weeks. Held Josh Jacobs to 33 yards and Jonathan Taylor 45 yards. I still think Jonathan Taylor's could be an Offensive Player of the Year MVP candidate. One game isn't going to slow me down, I'm thinking that. With how NFL Twitter reacts and dumbass fans. Sure, won't say that. Sure, with dumbass NFL fans, they'll say it will, but he's still going to be a candidate for one of those awards. You're not going to be perfect every week. They've really been pretty much perfect damn near every week. So, you're due for a game like this. Just see how they bounce back from it. Alec Pierce, 6 catches, 115 yards. Michael Pittman Jr., 9 catches, 115 yards. Josh Downs, 6 catches, 57 yards, touchdown. Tyler Warren, 5 catches, 26 yards. He didn't do much today. You know, I feel like he's played good in this regular season so far, but just didn't really get him involved. And you know, Steelers have had a problem against the tight ends, and after giving up 143 and 2 touchdowns to Tucker Kraft, they stood on business and held Tyler Warren to 26 yards. Taylor, 2 catches, 12 yards. Defensively, had 2.5 sacks from Leatu Latu. That guy's starting to break out on that Colts defense. Leatu Latu. Half a sack from Neville Gillimore. And was there anybody else? No. And Badgley was 2 for 2 on field goals. The Colts dropped to 7-2. Let's go over quarter by quarter. They had 7 in the first quarter, none in the second quarter, none in the third quarter, 13 in the fourth quarter. Offense finally started to roll in the fourth quarter. They still were playing soft-ass defense. That's why it ended up 27-20. But the turnovers were really the main thing that slowed this Colts team down today. Gotta clean that up. That's really the first game where they've had these issues, so it's better to have it now than later. As for the Steelers, they improved to 5-3. Aaron Rodgers, 25 of 35, 203, 1 touchdown, no interceptions by Unk. You know, this is a really important win for them to not lose 3 in a row, to not go 1-3 at home, and to get that big elephant off your back. But they definitely played with an edge, especially defensively, for sure. Obviously, it wasn't a pretty game by Aaron Rodgers. The numbers aren't off the chart, but he played a really sound game today. Smart, efficient, money touchdown to Freiermuth, and should have had another to Washington. So, good, solid game from Aaron Rodgers. Wasn't anything flashy, but it was fine. Jaylen Warren, 16 runs, 31 yards, 1.9 a carry with 2 touchdowns. He got 2 touchdowns for Warren. Calvin Austin, 5 catches, 56 yards. Washington, 4 catches, 43 yards. Gainwell, 4 catches, 35 yards. Freiermuth, 3 catches, 27 yards and a touchdown. Jonnu Smith, 3 catches, 25 yards. This is such an Arthur Smith offense. 3 of their top 5 leading receivers were tight ends. Caleb Johnson, 1 catch, 9 yards. How about DK Metcalf? 2 catches for 6 yards. Roman Wilson, 1 catch for 4 yards. But if you told me DK Metcalf is getting 2 catches for 6 yards and Steelers win, yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen. But DK Metcalf, like, he's been kind of mid for the Steelers, honestly. But their defense, you had 1 interception from Peyton Wilson, 1 interception from Joey Porter, 1 interception from Jack Sawyer. Defensively, with those 3 interceptions. The sacks, 1 sack from Joey Porter, 2 sacks from Highsmith, 1 sack from Benton, 1 sack from TJ Watt. What? It's TJ Watt. What? But yeah, those are the 5 sacks they had defensively with the 3 interceptions. Boswell, 2 for 2 on field goals. Quarter by quarter, Steelers had 0 in the first quarter. Colts actually led 7-0. But then in the second quarter, 17 points in that second quarter by Pittsburgh was able to give him a 10-point lead. 0 in the third quarter, 10 in the fourth quarter. Team stats. Colts had 368 total yards, 313 passing, 55 rushing, 5 yards of play, 26 first down, 6 for 14 on third down, 5 for 5 on fourth down, 74 total plays, 5 sacks allowed, 2 punts, 5 penalties, 3 fumbles, 3 interceptions, 6 turnovers right there, 31 missed time possession. Steelers, 225 total yards, 187 passing, 38 rushing, 3 yards of play, 17 first downs, 4 for 12 on third down. 1 for 2 on fourth down, 61 total plays, 3 sacks allowed, 5 punts, 8 penalties, 1 fumble, no interceptions, 28 minutes time possession. But when you lose the turnover battle 6-1, it's going to be hard to win like that, especially on the road. But you are critical that the Steelers' offense didn't do as much as they should have. You know, it's forcing 6 turnovers. You're like, you should have scored more than what you did. But they beat the best team in the league so far, so. But their offense still needs to do better for sure. The turnovers by the Colts. Yeah, it's kind of got to say, man. 27-20, Steelers beat the Colts, so leave a like and share for more. Peace.